Hey there, Sparkle Squad. Welcome back to Sparkle and Shine. This is the podcast where we tackle everything about maintaining and restoring surfaces in your home with a focus on precision, expertise, and proven techniques. I'm your host, Laila, and today we're delving deep into Terrazzo floors, an enduring flooring material known for its aesthetic appeal, resilience, and unique composition. This episode is, as usual, brought to you by JP Carpet Cleaning Expert Floor Care, the industry leader in floor cleaning, installation, restoration, and refinishing. Based in Los Angeles, they specialize in advanced floor care solutions tailored to the most demanding surfaces. If you're ready to elevate your Terrazzo floor care knowledge, stay tuned. We'll be discussing the technical composition of Terrazzo, its maintenance challenges, and advanced cleaning methodologies, as well as when to engage professional services. Let's get started. To care for Terrazzo floors properly, it's essential to understand their composition. Terrazzo is a composite material made from marble chips, glass, or other aggregates, which are bound together with a cementitious or resin-based binder. Once the mix is poured and cured, it's polished to create a smooth, shiny surface. Here's where things get technical. The marble chips are naturally non-porous and resistant to most stains. The cement binder, however, is porous and susceptible to staining, scratching, and chemical etching. Resin-bonded terrazzo is more resilient to chemical damage but may require specialized cleaning solutions to avoid dulling the surface. One key challenge with terrazzo is its sensitivity to pH levels. Acidic cleaners can etch the surface, while overly alkaline products can leave residue, affecting its polished finish. This dual nature, stain-resistant aggregates, and porous binders make terrazzo incredibly unique. To maintain its integrity, you need to use appropriate techniques that address both components without causing harm. Now, let's talk about stain removal, a crucial aspect of terrazzo floor care. Here's a breakdown of 3 common stain types and how to remove them effectively using advanced methods. Number 1, blood stains. Blood stains are protein-based and can coagulate quickly, making them harder to remove if not addressed immediately. Start by applying cold water, which prevents the protein from bonding further with the porous surface. For persistent stains, what you're going to want to do is mix cold water with ammonia at a 1-to-10 ratio. So that's like a couple of drops to a full cup. Apply the solution to the stain using a microfiber cloth. Allow it to sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, then gently blot. It's important to note that you should never use hot water for bloodstains, regardless of the surface it's on, as it can accelerate the binding process and set the stain permanently. Number 2, ink stains. Ink contains pigments and solvents that penetrate porous surfaces, making it one of the trickiest stains to tackle. This is true even for carpets. Here's how we handle it. You're going to prepare a cleaning solution with warm water, a pH-neutral detergent, and ammonia. Dip a cotton pad into the solution and apply it to the stain. Gently agitate using a soft bristle brush in circular motions. Rinse thoroughly with clean water to avoid leaving any residue. For older ink stains, consider using a Terrazzo-safe enzymatic cleaner, which breaks down the chemical structure of the ink and can help to remove some of those older stains. For our third type of stain, oil and coffee stains, here's what we would do. Oil stains spread quickly and can penetrate deeply into the cement binder, while coffee stains often leave tannin residues. To handle oil stains, what you're going to want to do is apply a poultice made from baking soda and water to draw out the oil. Cover it with plastic wrap to slow evaporation and let it sit for about 24 hours. Wipe away the poultice and rinse the warm water when done. For coffee stains, you're going to want to mix a 3-to-1 solution of water and glycerin. Apply the mixture to the affected area and let it sit for 10 minutes. Using a microfiber cloth to buff out the stain, then rinse with clean water. Of course, that's how you deal with stains when they've already happened. Preventative maintenance is critical for extending the life of terrazzo floors, and that's doing things daily, weekly, and periodically to ensure and prevent those stains and regular damage. So we're going to break it down, like I said, into daily, weekly, and periodic care routines. Daily care, Sweep or vacuum with a soft brush attachment to remove abrasive debris that can cause micro scratches. Just like wood floors, if you walk on them with shoes or with dirty feet, you're going to be bringing all that sand from the outside into the home or onto the floor, which can leave tiny little scratches and slowly dull the finish of the floor. You avoid this by, like I said, sweeping or vacuuming or making sure that you keep shoes outside of the house. And then use a microfiber mop and pH neutral cleaner for light cleaning. Avoid leaving water on the surface as prolonged exposure can weaken the binder. Weekly, we would recommend conducting a deeper cleaning using a Terrazzo specific cleaner. Avoid all-purpose cleaners that may leave a film or dull the finish. You'll want to be very careful of products that say polish, as these tend to leave a film. And then inspect for spills or stains and address them immediately when you see them. And then periodically, every 3 to 6 months or so, you're going to want to have the floors polished using a Terrazzo safe polishing compound to restore the shine of those marble chips. And of course, once you've done that, you're going to want to seal the surface with a Terrazzo compatible sealant to enhance stain resistance. These two things are things that you can typically reach out to a professional service to help with. So, like I said, polishing and refinishing terrazzo is an advanced process best handled with the right tools and expertise. Here are some of the technical steps involved. Again, I'd recommend reaching out to a professional company as they already have the tools and the knowledge to handle this kind of floor, but it's always good to understand how the process works so you can ask the right questions when you're trying to find the right service. So, the first thing first, surface preparation. The surface needs to be fully cleaned to remove any dirt and debris. If we're going to start grinding and polishing and there's debris all over the place, all that's going to do is create weird little lines and make the surface look worse. So we want to make sure that we're going to clean the surface first. Then we get to the grinding. A planetary grinder with diamond embedded pads is used to even out the surface. This removes scratches and imperfections while creating a smooth base for polishing. This may not always be a necessary step depending on how frequently you have the polishing done, but if there are certain damages or you live in a place like LA with lots of earthquakes where the floor kind of tends to become uneven, this might become a step that you will frequently have. And then we move on to the next step, polishing. The floor is polished in multiple stages, starting with coarse grit pads and progressing to finer grit for a mirror-like finish. So in some cases, you could start from a 60 grit diamond pad all the way up to a 3000 grit diamond pad, and any variation in between. Water is often used during this process to minimize dust and to reduce the buildup of heat. And once the mirror-like finish has been achieved, a high-quality sealant is applied to protect the floor from future staining and wear. For resin-bonded terrazzo, epoxy-based sealants are preferred. And then, finally, one more buffing is completed. So we would use a high-speed burnisher to enhance the shine and ensure a uniform finish. So I don't know if you've ever applied like a wax or a sealer to something, but sometimes it doesn't apply completely evenly, or you see like a strange streaky finish. The final buffing is to ensure that you don't have any of that imperfection on your floors. For homeowners, I would recommend scheduling professional polishing every 2 to 3 years, or every 1 to 3 years, if you will, to maintain the surface's aesthetic and structural integrity. Sometimes, no amount of DIY effort can restore your terrazzo floors to their original state. Like I said, that's when it's time to call in professionals like JP Carpet Cleaning Expert Floor Care. Here's what these kinds of companies bring to the table. Number 1, specialized equipment. Advanced tools like planetary grinders and burnishers for precise finishing. They have these tools in their shop. They don't have to rent them. They don't have to learn how to use them while on your job. They know how to use them. This is what they make their money doing. So you can trust that they have, number 2, expert knowledge, and they're able to tailor their solutions to your floor's unique composition. And of course, time efficiency. They know how to use these tools. They know what their solutions are. Professionals can achieve results in hours that would take you days with DIY methods. If you want to reach out to JP Carpet, their phone number is 818-263-9314. Go ahead and contact them for a consultation and let the experts handle the hard work. Okay, So now it's time for some listener questions. This is my favorite part. Can I use vinegar to clean Terrazzo floors? No. Now, vinegar is usually great for everything. It's you've listened to some of my other episodes. We talk about vinegar as like vinegar and baking soda as two of the home's number one DIY cleaners. In this case, please avoid using vinegar on terrazzo. The acidity of vinegar can etch the surface, causing dullness and irreparable damage. Always use a pH neutral cleaner. pH neutral means pH of 7 or somewhere between 6 and 8. So that means avoid anything that's above or below that, as it can damage the surface. How do I know if my terrazzo needs resealing? Easy peasy. Perform a water drop test. Take a couple drops of water, like fill some water in the palm of your hand and just drop it on the floor. If the water absorbs within a minute or so, it's time to reseal. Are steam cleaners safe for terrazzo? At-home steam cleaners are generally not recommended, as the high heat can weaken the cement binder over time. And if you have had the floors sealed, the steam can actually remove that sealer even faster. So if you're going to have the terrazzo floor steam cleaned, opt for professional steam cleaning once every year or so. Other than that, at-home steam cleaners are certainly not recommended. You're going to want to stick to low moisture cleaning methods when you're doing it yourself. So, to sum it up, terrazzo floors are a timeless investment, but they require informed care to retain their beauty and functionality. From selecting the right cleaners to engaging experts for polishing and refinishing, every step matters. With proper maintenance, your terrazzo floors can last for decades. I should know, if you take a walk down Hollywood Boulevard, all of the stars, are all made of terrazzo. So just imagine how long those have been there. Thank you for joining me on this technical deep dive into terrazzo floor care. A big thanks to our sponsor, JP Carpet Cleaning Expert Floor Care. For professional services, call them at 818-263-9314. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend. We did try a different kind of approach this time, so let us know what you think of the steps that we took and this specific episode. Until next time, keep your home sparkling and your techniques polished. And, as always, keep shining.